Hi guys, welcome to Honest Review by us. I am Gina and this is
Heidi.
Alright, today we'll be talking about the movie In My Shoes, produced by Bolaji Ogunmola. So we all know that Bolaji Ogunmola has a very lovely script concept. You understand?
Yes,
I watch a lot of YouTube movies. You also watch a lot of YouTube,
I do.
And I've seen different movies that have different actors but same
storyline.
Exactly.
Same story.
I think Bolaji Ogunmola and Ogunmola are the two exceptional writers. I don't know who writes their movies, but they have new storylines, beautiful, educative storylines. So this particular movie piqued my interest. The movie In My Shoes, that talked about pretense, hypocrisy in the church, and marital issues. You understand? So maybe that's why the movie was interesting to me, or maybe why it piqued my interest was because it was talking about religious fanaticism and marital problems. As a lady, we're usually more interested in what will be happening in marriage and how to make the home better. So the movie started with this couple, Esther
and
George, that they seemed perfect in the eyes of the church and the pastor. In fact,
the pastor had to invite them personally.
Yes, to make them marriage counselors for the church. Yes, thinking that they had a perfect home.
Not knowing the home was not even peaceful.
It wasn't near perfect.
The man George, that is the husband to Esther, is a deacon in the church, and he prefers to protect his image in public
than treat his wife well.
He doesn't even treat his wife well at all.
He's a cheat.
He keeps malice with his wife. Who does that?
Like,
you don't speak with your wife at home
for months.
And do you know, she has been living with that man for, was it now over 15 years?
Yes. And they were not for 6 months. That woman tried, because if I were in her shoes, like the movie In Her Shoes, I would have jackpot. Because I cannot stay in a home where my own husband is supposed to be, and their children don't live with them.
No, they don't.
Just imagine.
The woman would even try to
a beautiful wife
bring up discussion.
He just loves her like she's nothing.
Peace and go.
The worst part is that he did not want her to work. She was a good cook. He didn't want her to do anything. Do you know why? Narcissist. He's a narcissist. All these narcissist men, they don't want you having your own money
at all.
They don't want you doing things that will make you independent, because they want to control you. He was enjoying controlling her. Do you get?
And see, when those other couple, that is Bolaji Ogunmola herself, that is, she was being paid in that movie.
Yeah.
So she and her husband Paul were the one having issues.
Yeah. So the movie,
they needed counseling.
The pastor actually gave them to this perfect, holy in the sight of public couple. That's what I call them. Only to come and find out that they had a lot of holes. Bolaji Ogunmola, which was Esther in the movie, thought that her marriage was the worst because she married a man that will keep honest with her for weeks. Just imagine, who marries such a man? That's not a man.
And he expects her to cook for him,
do everything, and start talking to her.
Though you won't blame that guy. I think he got it from his family, from his dad.
Yes.
Because his dad behaves like that.
Will stay without talking to his mom for months.
For months.
That's why it's good as a lady, even as a man. As a lady, for example, let me use the lady part, the female part. When you want to get married to a man, go to his house, see how the father behaves. Because they say an apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You will know, because she saw the red flags. But she did not really take it seriously, because when she was going to their house, she used to notice that the father doesn't talk to the mom. And when she asked her husband, which was Paul, he would tell her that it's a normal thing, daddy doesn't talk to mommy at times. Those are the red flags. So at times what the father does, the children takes it and they do it in double. You understand? Yeah. So that's why it's very important. Even as a man, I think it's important for you to know the background of where the girl is coming from, because sometimes the girl behaves like her mom.
Yeah.
So when you see the mom behaving strange, just know that this is how your wife, in a way. It's very rare for you to see a child that is kind of different.
Sure.
You understand?
And you see what brought about their malice, that is between Paul and Big in that movie, was just a mere small simple thing that they could just resolve
by talking to each
because,
other.
According to the movie, they went to a club and some stranger, was it a white man? Some stranger, a random guy, started dancing with his wife, Big, and she was not drunk.
And he made her drunk.
He made her drunk. She didn't want to get drunk, but he forced her. So and she started dancing, and a man came to dance with her, and
instead of him to
protect his wife, he was just there, forming vexing.
In fact, he screamed at her,
filming
in public.
So that was what brought about the whole.
And refused to talk to her for months.
She didn't even know that was even the issue.
He would not
until she forced him to, after weeks, she forced him to say what the issue was. And he brought about that
something of the past during their honeymoon. Can you imagine? So men can be so petty.
So that was what brought about their own malice.
Yeah. So the movie is actually opening our eyes to see that all that glitters is not gold. Because the way the church took that Esther and George, you know, that couple, they took them to be the perfect couple, a saint.
They didn't want their image to get tarnished, especially the man.
George, it got so bad that George had to impregnate another girl, Ivy, that was not having it. And Ivy had brothers, fathers that were in the military. So he could not even take out the girl.
He couldn't misbehave.
Imagine. So, and the woman had to live with the fact that, you know, her husband had impregnated another girl. Just imagine, a woman that was loyal, decent, loving. If not for Bolaji or Ogunmola that came and opened her eyes that, you know, you don't have to give man so easy.
Who doesn't like a woman that,
who is industrious
and that can
who is hardworking? She's a good chef. He would not even appreciate her. When he eats the food, he would not even just go as if she was. They even lived in separate rooms.
If whenever they are together and someone compliments his wife,
he gets so angry. Imagine.
That's just his reply.
So jealous. Imagine when the wife did a competition and she won, and she literally became a celebrity. Everybody was just taking pictures with her. He was jealous. Angry. Can you imagine? He even told her to change
her SIM card.
Chauvinistic men, narcissists. Wow. You have to run away. Bolaji Ogunmola just, you know, expose a lot of things that happens in marriage.
Yes.
You know, and how to attack it. Just like when she herself, which is Esther, you know, she played the role of being paid. When she herself stood up to her husband, she wasn't cooking anymore.
She wasn't cooking for the husband. She was cooking for herself.
You want to eat malice, right? Let's do this.
Then don't eat my food.
Yes, let's do this.
That's the complete malice.
He got tired now. At the end, he got tired, but they didn't really show us.
After eating bread
for days. But what I did not like about the movie, they did not show us what happened between Big and Paul.
Because I'm sure they would at least.
Yes, because whenever Madam Esther would ask, she would say, it's still like that.
Yeah.
They were still keeping my, even while the movie
they should have showed us how it ended.
Did it work? Did what Big was doing work? Standing up to him, did it make him realize his mistake? Because it started becoming sweet at some point too.
Yeah, I feel maybe they didn't want it to be like the normal Nollywood.
That's why I'm saying that she actually
that ends well. Our normal Nollywood movie will have
happy ending.
Always have happy ending.
But we have Bimbo Ademoye. Bimbo Ademoye's movie is always having a sad ending. Always. Is it that she's a lonely, heartbroken wife that is loyal, or her husband died. We'll get to that part though. We are
Yes,
going
we
to
will.
review one of Big Boss movie because I watched the movie that I was, in fact, I cried all through. My mom saw the movie, I was practically crying all through the movie. So it's always like that.
Do you think I'd like to watch that movie?
My dear, you have to because we're going to talk about it. Yeah. So Bolaji Ogunmola, we have to give her flowers.
Yes.
She's good.
She's good.
She actually takes us down different roads, like different themes of movies, different aspects of life, different concepts of movies.
And didn't end the movie as it usually does.
In a common way, the way
The happy ending.
Yeah. But there was a happy ending for Esther though,
Yes.
in a way.
Yes.
Why
Because
I said in a way? Because her husband impregnated the girl. We don't even know how that family is going to be. If she's going to get a divorce or she will manage being a slave.
She might, because definitely the church would hear about this, so she might just actually get or focus on her career, which is the
Why
cooking.
being in the marriage?
Because in that competition she would get a scholarship
Yes, to study
to
abroad.
study
Culinary
skills abroad. I think it was Italy or
Yes.
where.
So they did not really tell us because when Bolaji asked, that's Esther, asked her how is it going to be, she said she doesn't know. Let's just see how it goes.
Yeah.
So we don't know if she will be in a polygamous marriage or she will live as a Christian woman, if she will leave her husband or just remain that. But one thing is sure, she's going to be an industrious woman, a career woman.
And I think that's why Bolaji Ogunmola didn't want to end it like that. Let's just use our discretion.
Because right now
to
we're
end the
trying
movie
to,
ourselves.
yes. Because for days I kept saying, is it going to be this way? Is she going to remain with her husband? Because if I were in her shoes, the movie is really in my shoes. Because if I were in her shoes, I think I would just divorce him. What would you have done?
How was it to say? Because I'm a man. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
you have
no,
to be
no,
in her shoes.
Yeah.
Would you divorce her?
If I were in her
Divorce him
shoes,
rather.
I would have divorced.
Because after all, he's already old. They are 15. They have been married for 15 years or so, right?
Yeah.
What am I looking for? I have children, and now I have a career path that is successful. I don't need him. I don't know about you guys, but you can give us what you would have done if you were in her shoes. You can comment that down below. You understand? So, thank you for listening to us once more. We still remain your host, Gina and ID. We'll be seeing you next time on Honest Review by Us. Have a lovely day.
Bye.